This poem is called Hayseed. Sow the sun, harvesting moon, where seeds of light unearth darkness of the world. Tractors reap the wind, thrashing waves in a sea of grass. And the rain pelts fur of foxes, all randy red for fun, running across the field while work of the day is done. And grain is what's in store for you, mountain of corn, oiled up and buttery cob will do the job of eating. And a yolk of eggs joined with hog's bacon, swallowed down, and raw milk make napkin smack of dirty lips in outdoor kitchen. Overall, my jeans are torn, caught between jumping horse and bucking bull, ready to gory blood when I saddle up on them. I'm scarred, tattooed arms holding on to dear life, when ups and downs of bronco busting can be costly. And wife of mine tends wounded me. I'm all bumps and bruises, needing a kiss till hurt goes away, and that may take hours. And we are grateful living, proud of providing everything, while cradling love in a sleepy old hammock that holds on to us like a sack of potatoes. The end. This poem is called Twisted Thoughts on Paper. I was kicking ass and stabbing baby. You would think I had rabies. I see outside, outlook is good when I'm overlook heartache from a swastika headache. And people frowned at my made up face, a smile full of guile, being makeup for the breakup I wear from all those juvie homes. In prison, I'm not your bitch when I hit you up till dawn. And tear cause shame when I swear your name in heavy mascara as queer. And lipstick lips lock mirror where girls drink vodka cherry teas as I please. But the blood on the wall is better, I wheeze. It's closing time when a garage door I open for Papa. A good for something man, I wish, but making a living by what he gets. This time, his pickup truck picks up hauling heavy metal like a teenage bum while car makes tracks across the wealthy bluegrass country lawns. From a not so sweet home, Mama sees through bell jar reveal jam jelly from grapes of wrath made in haste for this family because she stuck her head in the oven. And I'm the eldest, and I teach the youngest how to grow up evil as they come. And a twisted sister is a bit smaller and odder than me, but she already fills my shoes every day. I make a living by what I give, like having a bad time shared with others, nursing a hate only mothers have for a killer son. The end. This poem is called Hit Me Again, Sam. To be human, you follow me, walking in my shadow, afraid of the sun lashing out, angry at my mooning face. No one is looking when you undress me before my darker lashes close, settling down to sleep. And a proud flesh suffers thoughts conceive to make a woman out of me, making eyes bright, salved by tears at night. We live poorly after a hard day's work, robbing dreams, making a killing of everything. And liars speak your mind of evilness, letting the little things mean nothing, so disgusting to listeners. And I lie around being true to myself, having more rule of lawlessness, doing neither of us any good. And 100 butterflies move toward light within me as I speak, with every flowery words to those yet to be. In a beginning to an end, I worked it off, lifting the weighty problems in your name. When our peers see birth of fame, while my shoulders shrug with unbelievable shame when wronged by you. But then again, they never knew. The end. This one is called Lop-Sided Love. Buds of May come this way toward a pastel pond in a family way, where I grew up uglier than ever before. A reunion when I met you before you being off duty. Things did not sit well as we sat on roof, our heads in the heavens and the feet on the ground, and the thoughts meander into nothingness as we kiss up to each other when looking down on them. The town has its fair share of debauchery when 99 bottles, beers on the wall, got more action than the happy hour drunk on the floor. He was good to the last drop. And a girl like me have a walk down this cinder path, losing sneaker to a rave at a midnight pass. And the secrets hidden from myself end up in a little pink book where we were above the law, watching cops rise and shine badges from horses who stood in line of duty, waiting for day to pass. Sermon on the Mount was useful and forgiving to plain, the miserable and dead, wrapped head to toe in body bags. We shall meet again, and I won't be mad about you. Longing for your lip lock kiss out the door, where a mat feels more welcome than I do for sure. The end. This poem is called The Death of Love. Dear departed, the sky is sheltered from a rabid gunfire behind cover of cloud. And the sound of clapping is heard as death smiles at murderer, burying dead-headed flowers that will bloom someday. They kill me again in laughter, and hats off to death's gratefully dead. And I show hurt feelings under a bridge of sighs, while where I jump for joy when I die another day, because tough love is given by a killer boyfriend. As a woman, I was turned on by head to toe feeling, reeling in your caress, tightly till we all fall down. My blue, depressed, cyanotic lips kissed you, and now you're a runaway, a dad refusing to father our child. I pretend we're living abroad, bummed out on the beach, while I keep my head low, wondering what it feels like to be at home. I tell it to the rain. Nothing seems strange when we're egged again. And they paint our hippie broken down station wagon tomato plastering red until I scrub it clean. This is the death of love. The end. This one is called Angel. I couldn't sleep, so I stayed up at night, wondering why I am wandering at wake, and dreams elude me even in day. Everyone else is sleeping away, getting the rest in peace. The wings hold me together, poised to flight in that miraculous light. So bright it is to see. So dark is the unseen. We watchers of them, of men taken in fear, now that's humanity found. May they, may they rest abound, eternally sound. The end. This one is called Cat's Meow. Ashes to ashy whisker, dust to dust. I was a kitten dying to grow up with 6 feet under mama's breast, but now I slum to slumber. 2 nights, AM number, dreaming of dumpster diving rat, awake in deadly fear. The yawn to dawn eclipse bay window full of tantalizing beagle hounding me. I see through the good looking glass where a fuzzy warm place is clear to everyone but me. An exotic fish, mere ninth wonder, dancing Lilliputian lily, living large with cramped quarters thrown in the bowl. I nip catnip in the bud, just like my old man having a nip or two on the wild side when it's a bit nippy out here. And a far cry of beeps, Back up close call with 9 lives. Scattering scat near yellow tinged white wall. And a trashy garbage truck flattened landmined with Abercore tin, trying to squash pathetic wretchedness as we lick wounded pride. My bro and sis are king of the beastly day. Hear our roar, and a weeping tree reigns, and the sorrow sorrows over Willow Wisp, who starved for attention, and the beggar begged the question, why touch me? An untouchable TB or not to be, with death's deft finger dealing a hand, stoking comfort of whiskey slur. A car wings by with door lock opening, closing off the street, meandering feet, and a side by side people jam my space. A firewall of burning questionable looks flood before me, extinguishing all hope, but it does water down the hatch of Robin's sky blue stream of consciousness, whetting appetite for tweets. And a pungent geranium, red in face of bee, harmfully darting between bullseye on a side of beef, where a maddened cow lolls tongue, not sure wherever to go, as the sun embarrasses narcissistic one, a, a daffodil putting on airs of perfume to an unappealing peeling wallflower trapped in a room. And I sidestepped a troubled mind on a sidewalk for now, never forgetting my meal ticket seasoned in grainy road salt licks. Hungry I am, thirsty for knowledge, beckoning truth. And I glance sideways now and then, looking up at the sideshow targeting freaks. And a crate slot of lame duck, duck, goose dangle, tingling like so many bells around my neck. And this storefront's the best, a cut above the rest among us, tired, deadening wingfall, dripping midair blood. I am touched by all of this, my eyes narrow open, hinting mischief as the stretch mark claw resets, pawing food, and a tail whips up this way and that, blindly as a feeding frenzy is fed, infused with stormy talk, smoldering, heated word which spark imagination, not dread, while others are grilled with a burning desire to devour food for thought, inspiring the blame game for bird flu. I am lucky that they cannot yank my chain like that poor devil there, tottered over well heeled stiletto commands, where muzzled staccato growls just kicked in. And I have a flea on my back, though, day old hours turn 24/7, your itch, imprisoning time where ransom exchange of goodbyes waver to urges, obeying the mother of all tug of wars. Come on came me, hissing freedom that falls short to endless goodbyes from a carpetbag kitty caught up in my runaway ditty. The end. This poem is called Homegrown Gal. Shades open wide with a maniac look in my eye, peering over Lake Erie, where a low riding cloud streamed by, town held hostage as the windshield horizon speeds up its future, and the slow breeze goes down cooler water as horn blows, honking at me. An electrocuted glare of the day to be, flesh's bird up burnt, beyond sight, an everlasting moment clung to eternity. And the glass beads water on a fixture of the street, with a shadow of leftover neon blinking on and off, storm drain, rusted with metallic rain. And we gave a head shake to a abandoned man lifted from a chalk white last repose on a bleak boulevard. And a stain of booze was on his shirt tank 2T. The bums are questioned for the zillionth time and not patted down due to stinking while they stay in updraft wind. And the low lights echo shell of a man, thin, delirious, and trembling, when frenzied howl left behind calf of a man who came by now and then, kicking the dog in. And the cardboard boxes with more door to the street cornered us, as a myriad of dogs pee here, where a tree grows only in Brooklyn. Its shade closes leave everything outside that's here today, gone tomorrow, with sorrow. The end. This poem is called Sue Bee. Flowers grow out of leaves on dirt covered ground as impatience patiently wait, turning white to blue before brown, where gray eye meets iris. An afternoon brews up tea as workers wait on tables buzzing like bees. We grab a bite to eat, bee bread with royal jelly spread, and I die in pleasure from suffocating smell of autumn's late bloomers. And after some days, I lay low, tired and forgotten, on a thankless society page. And the young are fairly matched with enemy, the wasp, who prefers petals totally lily white. We skim water, drinking our fill with lips of nectar till our sisters come back home late. And they took me by the wing, waiting, looking out for a swatting hand in the blooms. It's now time for us to retire with your thunderous lawnmower boom, chomping grass while weeds are way out of your hands with a weed whacker scattering. And we love heavenly scent, wafting wind, softening our temper, burning, weathering gasoline fumes, and choking on smoke. Our gang leads the many, beeline humming rage, and God save the Queen, the mother of us all, before years of lies in, just for a jar of honey. The end. This one is called Bride of Death. I worked for a soulless mad scientist who kept me underfoot, shuffling along in a humpback form. I bring the body electric for a synthetic being, with man-made reality of erotic, robotic dream. And the stars are turned off for the night behind dark side of moon. And the quest for flesh lies on table, waiting for a spark of life. A fully charged heart attack beating down a voluptuous breast, and a whipped up laughter thong linked to her, chain her, mistress with zebra hair, setting off all the right signals for congratulations. It's a girl. There is a nut and bolts monster who's so screwed. I'm getting ugly from this low tech dude. He's a scream with a look of dead and bred, and she has no feelings for him whatsoever. Dead to the touch, and it's for the best. I need no more shadowing kin looking over the back of my neck for her blood to eat, but she will miss going down my bottomless pit for her pity. The end. This one is called Earth 2. In a bomb eclipse scape, making sun-spotted sun who has moon on forehead and star on chin, stare deep into space. Some are plagued like Job, boiling water for boils, scraping legions and cursing legions of gods till they die. And the sleep dreams pour into bed where I rest my head until a tentacled man holes blow open for sky catching rain after storming out of a storm drained of blood. And the mole people have a cold subway sandwiches fixed to our disliking, full of phosphorescent and neon mold. And we are grasping for thralls in the field, cutting back weeds, impeding seed, harvesting hope, and topside. Old one tells tales of wasting eggshells, vegetables, and fruit peels. Now such things are once upon a time. Even rat meat is endearing, where roadkill gang rule. And in the belly of the streets, in knee-deep water, back up the sewer, rats clinging squeak that scare the rare cat, stray cat out of their flea-bitten skin. And life's for sale is sold on me to keep the living alive by parting with your body. In the cemetery are deaf clothes with good eating by cannibals, and we do not bury you since you're dead to the world. The end. This one is called Just One Girl. I'm a girl named Tuesday, and I'm wild about Wednesday, where willingness to work tomorrow seems easy. And right for the love of children, it helps you too. And Daddy, you have been a mother to me. I'm so down and out. My second-hand flowers when neighbors prize roses are well spent on you, even though they're wilted. That's me, an ugly dream beautifully sleeping, tossed and turns with mine in wretched keeping. I know you're a little tired after walking the floors with me. You let me pout it out before I cry. And it's always summer with the thermostat cranked up, especially with winter on our doorstep. As I grow older, I receive no dreadful reminders from Mama shaking me for being a naughty girl. But then I'm now a woman on my own, and I still feel a little shook up at times. The end. This one is called The Babysitter. A bumper crop of cherry lips kiss you, and the mouths of "Are we there yet?" takes its toll on me. I got my I got to babysit the little monsters, where Belle broke with the terrible twos, murder and mayhem. And pancakes and waffles are not enough for the syrup, since they were born on a log and cabin, complete with stuffed cabbage badass kids. And their chocolate half and half milky skin is full of poison and ivy again. And the sunlit window still seal held menagerie of Hummel figurines, high enough from dimpled hands and gurgling mouths teething pain. And after everything is squared away, I'm in the kitchen, where recipe book is bare, tapped out by finger searches, and the table scraps are sausage ripe from the organ grinder of a butcher who's rendering fat for the taking when he adds a dab of pork barrel's tub of lard in the making. And the black coffee takes the edge off morning while I haggled for smooth flavor, amounting to something in a hell of beans, coffee beans. And my body is dolled up, summer suntanned for the rest of the day, as sleep in a hammock swung low for me. I have debunked the myth of getting those tots to sleep in their bunk bedded cribs, so my nap time is done with one eye open as they play in the sand. They are a handful, but I have got 8 arms, keeping them within my reach. I meditate with a yoga, cross legged and Shiva to the end, with a medallion hung from my neck. The end. This poem is called Body Parts. Before my body goes to hell, Father, I'm a leg man for ZZ Top, and ballerinas are too muscular for me. Besides, they keep you on your toes all the time, like the Everetter bunny that bar hops for Hugh Hefner. And you're laying on the hands again. Bless the Lord with them till we are floored. Holy roller sworn to salvation with the likes of earnest angels that mourn for earnest angelly. Here is my confession. I'm friendly to a young woman who lives in a shoe. She had no children, so she didn't know what to do. So she bought shoes as a rule, thousands of them, enough to open a shoe or us. And exposing her feet made her feel free. And the clerks found lost souls among souls like her wandering in, looking for a patent leather to denim heels for those jean hips, and a bit of suede persuasion helped a lot then. An endless small shopping meant a foot massage when the dogs are tired, or maybe a little gelling from Dr. Scholl will do, I swear. So help me God, I haven't begun to start on a foot fetish which my weak spirit will eventually succumb to. The end. This one is called Wake up, I'm dreaming. Earlier, I had shoplifted a five and dime, looking at oversized shirts with cuffs long. Go-go boots are gone, taken by me, a skin-tight, emaciated blonde. Now I pass boarded up trailers trashed by the homeless, going ballistic. I was caught up in this fright where arms flare on porch picketing rail, flagging down help that never comes. 911, can you hold? The phone rings hello, being a bit mellow for the serious fellow, deciding who lives or dies, dialing M for murder. He had me, a fishnet's poker's pillaged purse grabbed and torn from behind, and the worm-colored thighs were kicking. He had only to say begone once to us, instead of stabbing me in the back in more ways than one. And the snoring catches Z's, unaware of partner's goodbye at my knees. A prayer for a moment, not a tease, for days to come. And the dusk comes undone, and it dawns on me in more ways than one. So where's the helicopter spotlighting our neighborhood? It's not a sleeper to crime. Hold on there. There goes my beeper. The end. This one is called Scarecrow Mistress. I live in the withering heights of ruin. I like to slap him around, back arched in bowed fear when he is near. But I don't care. I'll be cream while his corns are acting up again. The morning wakes up and stirs so that I fear what day brings after night is clear, where this nightmare began and begun unseen. And the eye of the barely kept woman belonged to me and mine stare back. I carry around a crow heart feeling outstretched on petrified wood, scared to death when a blackout occurs with 1,000,000 to 1 birds. And the crown of barbed wire is wasted, burning rusty red on the scariest scarecrow with scalp flaming hair, dreaded dreaded locks. And a rope burned wrist twists forces vine to entwine ankle going high, wrapping leg and tightening corn belt for a lean times when gleaning is over. Gleaning is our harvest. And a scarecrow scratches corn stubber beard when looking at a crucifix fallen from across well-kept woman whose sin are manifest during a maiden cornfest confession. Now I meditate out loud things I kept to myself. As time passes, I have grown sweetly a stalked beauty, having heavy dew fall tears on ears with corn that hear birds call, nevermore, nevermore will we be hungry. The end. And this last one is called What's Eating You? You litter bugs leave smelly leftover for homeless birds just off the nest, evicted from a posh perch where glitter reality birds, purple martins rule. The sun's burning missiles hit home, where sunscreen and UV shade are put on by those avoiding skin peel of the day. The soft drinks are free, outnumbering hard liquor on lips of drink me. And the Pepsi rally brought out the best, where you sing in perfect harmony with 1,000 candles of karaoke. And the down home meals bring it to the table on all you can eat, pick and paid for berries found in the fields. The longest day mean our bringing with dreams that come of being fat and upset belly bemoan sickness of food when stakes are high, the cholesterol higher than the moon, amore pizza pie. And go easy with the breath mints cooling down chili and bean hot dogs. What's eating you? We all gorge. The end.